Hey everyone, it's April 20th, and that means that if today is your birthday, you share it with Hilma Marie Witte, who was convicted in 1985 of manipulating her teenage sons into killing their father and grandmother, and that is her right up there. Born in Pittsburgh in 1948, she married Paul Witte in the late 60s, and the two had a pair of sons, Eric and John. Their home life was reportedly a mess, with Witte claiming that her husband was physically abusive and using drugs and alcohol, and was spending every penny he earned, leaving them in dire straits financially. After well over a decade in an unhappy marriage, they were headed for a divorce. But after looking at the financial situation, she realized that murder would yield a better result, and so she repeatedly tried to poison her husband with rat poison, Valium, and even arsenic, but never was able to get him to ingest enough for it to be deadly. So in 1981, she sat their 15-year-old son down and told him that his father was going to kick them out onto the street, and the only way for them to have any semblance of a normal life and end the abuse was to kill him. Witte gave the boy a handgun, and he shot his father in the sleep. Police initially ruled the shooting accidental, and the family seemed to move past the incident. They moved in with her mother-in-law, with Witte stealing money from the woman's Social Security checks. When she was discovered, she decided something had to be done to keep the money coming in, and the woman disappeared in 1984. Her older son had left to join the Navy, so Witte convinced her younger son, who was 14 at the time, to kill his grandmother. He later said, "My mom said I could strangle her or use my crossbow. It was up to me." He used the crossbow. To get rid of the evidence, the two dismembered the body using a chisel, knives, garbage disposal, trash compactor, and even a deep fryer and microwave to render off fat and reduce the number of pieces to throw in the garbage. Witte enlisted the help of her own mother in disposing of the body parts. Her older son was home for a visit, and she snuck parts of the dead woman into his car, which he realized when he was on his drive back to his base in San Diego. The family joined him in California, where Witte forged the elderly woman's name on her Social Security checks to keep the money rolling in. A few months later, the authorities figured out something was wrong and brought them in for questioning. It didn't take long for them to realize that they were dealing with two murders, and Witte tried to place all the blame on her children and denied any involvement. Both boys confessed to what they had done and were sentenced to 20 years behind bars. Witte was initially convicted in California of fraud for forging signatures on government checks, but then was sent back to Indiana, where she was convicted of conspiracy to commit murder and was sent away for 90 years to life. The boys were both released in 1996, while Witte remains behind bars in Indiana, but will be eligible for parole in 2027. If this is your birthday, I hope you have a great day, and leave me a comment so I can wish you a happy birthday. If you know somebody whose birthday it is today, send them this video so they can find out all about their birthday twin. And to Hilma Marie Witte, I have to say, happy birthday, you bastard.